Yo, how's it going, everybody? It's Macklin Gaming. We just had one of the best weekends ever. It's like the first weekend of summer. We just had Summer Game Fest with Jeff Keighley and Sony State of Play and Xbox Direct, as well as I was playing the Switch 2 all weekend. It was the launch of the Nintendo Switch 2. So like, what an insane weekend. But today I'm going to focus on Sony's State of Play because that one was the first showcase to be shown at the Summer Games Fest weekend. Let's get into it. All right, so Sony went first. Let's check out the State of Play. We're not going to watch the video of it. We're just going to go check out the list of all the announcements from Sony's website. I should say, really, PlayStation's website. All right, so the State of Play went down, and this isn't going to be in order of how the State of Play went, unfortunately, but it will say all the games and I believe like who's making them. So right off the bat, they show Astrobot. I believe this is in alphabetical order, actually. So we got Astrobot, some new levels, some maybe like speed running levels. I think there's going to be a new planet, which is awesome. If it's just going to be like a regular adventure main story planet, I don't need, time trials and speed run levels anymore. I just like to play casually for fun. So that'll be cool. Baby Steps looks ridiculous. It's supposed to be like a walking simulator, but it's really hard to walk. So you're just like falling all over the place. Looks super funny. Bloodstain, the Scarlet Engagement. I'm not sure if this is Castlevania or something very close to it, but we got that. Cairn, I'll talk in depth about the games I really am excited for. Ones I'm not really interested in, I might just skip over. Cairn is like a climbing survival game. Lands this November. Digimon Story. This actually looked like maybe one of the best Digimon games. However, I don't know any Digimon. I'm 100% Pokemon. So I don't know. Maybe I'll check this out, but there's really no reason for me to go to like a Pokemon ripoff when I love the real thing, So this is a new Everyone's Golf. I don't know if there's going to be any like Sony characters in here. That'd be cool. Here we go. This is one I'm finally interested in. Super interested in. Final Fantasy Tactics. And it's like a remake, but they call it the Ivalice Chronicles. Originally released in 1997 for the PS1. Final Fantasy Tactics is known for its rich story and deep strategic gameplay. So it's like a strategy RPG, Fire Emblem type thing. But if it's in the world of Final Fantasy, I'm all about it. I've been much more recently into that in the last few years, getting into Final Fantasy. So I'm definitely going to buy that. And it's coming out on the PS4. Where's it say? Yeah, right there. So that's crazy that like PS4 is still getting supported, even though it's an old game. Ghost of Yotei showed up for like 30 seconds, which was perfect. They were not going to, beat it to death with trailers. They were just like, here's our State of Play dedicated to this game, Ghost of Yotei, coming in July, I think. Hirogami is like an origami action platformer. It looks kind of dope. I wish this did tell me who was making these games. I don't know who's making this, but that's okay. Because I do know who's making this. Man, this to me might be game of the show for me. Because I love IOI. IO Interactive makes all the Hitman games, and I've played those since Hitman 2, Silent Assassin on the PS2. And then Contracts might be my favorite, which is like a hot take. It just has so many levels, and it has like a dark vibe to it. And then Blood Money, Hitman Blood Money on the 360. That's a lot of people's favorite. And now you've got the newest Hitman games, which are great. The current modern ones in World of Assassination. So for the Hitman developers to go to a James Bond game is the most perfect like peanut butter and jelly combination I can think of, right? For a developer to try out a new Bond game. So that's going to be so awesome. I believe it's coming out in 2026 next year. So too bad, but I'm going to play this on the PS5, play GTA 6. Next year, it's going to be a crazy year. Luminous. This is the game they open with. I remember. And it was like, I don't know what it was. It looked like kind of like a celebration of PlayStation with the opening of the trailer. But no, it was a game. Luminous. So it's like a modern day Tetris or something. It's like a puzzle game. And what I noticed about this game is the particle effects. Like all the beautiful little particles that the PS5 can show off on the screen. So I think that's going to be crazy for people who like those kind of games, but not quite for me. And then they ended the show. There's more announcements that I'll read off, but this was the end of the show game. And it's this huge fighting series that took Marvel into its series, but I don't really know anything about this. Token? Like, unfortunately, I'm not a fighting game enthusiast, so Token, I'm not sure what that is, but people seem hyped about it. I was like, wow, this is getting a lot of time on the screen. And then it was the final game. I was like, damn. But if you're excited for that, hey, that's all good. More power to you. Metal Gear Solid, they keep showing this remake of the third one. So yeah, let's just play it already. I thought it'd be out by now. I thought it was coming out last year. So I'll play that. That looks really cool. That's a Kojima game, so I should play it. Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. Not for me, but that's pretty dope. Ninja Gaiden, like a 2D side-scrolling Ninja Gaiden, which I believe is like a throwback to the original. It's pretty sick. Neo 3, that's huge. People love the Neo games. Team Ninja hasn't been making as many great games lately. I think they made Rise of the Ronin last, which was like a mid-tier game. Apparently, I didn't play it, but this is another action RPG that I should probably play if I like, you know, Sekiro and Souls games. So this was an interesting sci-fi looking game with this girl who like talks to the robots or something. It's made by Capcom, who is just absolutely crushing it in recent years. They have so much going on, like so many IPs, you know, from Resident Evil, Monster Hunter, they're doing this game. So it's going to be interesting. I might check that out. I do like science fiction stuff, and pretty much any game made in Japan that's like high quality. So I'll check that out. Project Defiant, the fighting game controller. It's like a big button controller with a joystick, almost like an arcade thing. So with all the fighting games that were shown at this showcase, like this matches perfectly. It's just too bad I'm not really into that stuff. But this is a great controller reveal for those fighting game fans. Romeo is a Dead Man. This had probably one of the most interesting trailers. I love this. It started like as an anime cartoon, and it got crazy and gory, and like this guy just got his head blown off, and then all of a sudden it's like a 3D Unreal Engine looking graphics. I don't know how to explain it. It might not be Unreal, but it looks like, you know, modern 3D engine graphics. I thought it'd be just an animated cell shaded game, but it's not. So that was kind of a crazy looking game by Grasshopper Manufacture. Interesting. Sea of Remnants meet a world of puppet folk. I might, but I probably won't. Silent Hill F, that looks interesting. It's like a 1960s Silent Hill. So I still got to play Silent Hill 2 remake. I heard great things about that. I'm going to play it this October on my PS5. So this is cool. Oh, this is September. So maybe I'll play this before then. Sword of the Sea. Giant Squid is bringing an exhilarating mythic surfing adventure. Sword of the Sea. Thief VR. I'm not really into VR at all, unfortunately, so not going to play that. And Tides of Tomorrow, the very last game. Road 96 creator. I've heard good things about Road 96, and this is like a big multiplayer. Oh, it's like an ocean game. Interesting. All right, so those are all the announcements from the State of Play starting off the Summer Game Fest weekend. So that was actually pretty packed. I mean, I think some people were let down. There's no Wolverine or like God of War or anything showing up, but James Bond for me is the game of the show. That looks awesome. And there's other games people really liked in there, like Luminous and stuff like that. So I think this showcase was like a solid B, maybe C+ from Sony, which recent times that's actually pretty good. So I'm excited to play these upcoming games, Ghost of Yotei as well. What did you guys think about Sony State of Play? Let me know in the comments. Leave a like on the video, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.